Let me start by telling us that marriage is God's plan, and if there is any power that fights God's plans in our lives, then know that marriage, being God's plan, cannot escape the fight. Such forces or the powers must come with all nature of charisma to frustrate God's marital plan for us. But understanding God's marital responsibility and position gives you the power over the enemies of your marriage. Remember, you can also be the enemy of your own marriage. Now let me tell us about this couple, Victor and his wife Janet. These two lovebirds loved each other, but they are always found themselves fighting one another. Today, Victor demanded to get an explanation from his wife Janet over something she did wrong, but Janet refused to give him the explanation. It all started with argument, and the next was this. This was not the first time, neither was it the second time. When you witness the fight between Victor and his wife Janet, you will be wondering if the two of them have been enemies for ages. Victor releases his fist with all his strength, while his wife abuses him without looking back and without any atom of respect. After the fight that day, Janet sat down in tears, but before now, she had called her brother and cried to him. The brother came in later, foaming in anger. His anger grew higher when he saw his sister with bruises all over her body. He demanded to see Victor, her husband, at once. Victor, who was inside, didn't know what was coming. Janet's brother Michael rushed inside to meet her husband. Janet was happy that her brother has come to vindicate her. She was peeping through the window and jumping up and down happily. Michael dragged Victor out of the house, beating him up. I know that some people watching this story right now are already saying he deserves it. Let him beat him well for beating his wife, while some are saying otherwise. But calm down, let's continue the story. After beating Victor, Michael left. Now look at them. Janet ended up nursing the husband's wound. She boiled water and started nursing his wound. Who would believe that after the fight that Janet will want to take care of the husband? Fighting between husbands and wife has become alarming and refused to stop, especially among the newly married ones. Some separate after the fight, while some still be together but keep fighting. Like Victor and Janet, family members are allowed to intervene and fight for their own. While Janet was taking care of her husband, she stopped after some moment and started thinking about what happened. She said to herself, I love my husband, but why do we always fight? Why do I allow my brother to beat him up? After regretting what happened, here came another fight the next day. She started throwing everything inside the house outside in anger. The husband was not around. If he had been around, she would have been unleashing anger on him by fighting him, but she decided to fight the properties in the house instead. She was waiting impatiently for him to return. Shortly, Mr. Victor came back and tapped her on the shoulder. She pushed him away and so hard that he nearly fell down and hit him with a bucket. Later in the evening, Mr. Victor's two sisters visited and met their brother in pains. They were busy taking care of his wound while waiting for the wife to return from wherever she went to. Victor did not know what was about to happen. Immediately the wife returned and met the two sisters taking care of her husband. She knew there would be a problem. The two sisters descended on her and beat her mercilessly. The beating was too intense that even their brother they were fighting for could not stop them. It got to a point that they were also beating their brother alongside the wife. This is one of the greatest problems most families face today. That is, family members interfering in their domestic matters. They come mostly uninvited, majorly with the mindset of protecting their own. We need to talk about this. I already have people telling me that this is their problem. Please drop your comment and please share this video for others to comment and for it to get to the people having this issue. They are waiting to learn from your comment. Share this video now. Thank you.